What's up, Twitch? What's up, Chef? Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, even though it feels like a Monday. What's up? What's up, dog? Oh my god, it's a cute picture of a dog. I know it's been a minute. I didn't stream last week because I had a meltdown. I had a crisis of consciousness. I was like, I think I need to move out of this country. And I started planning. This is my same old mic. Wait, is my mic my mic's working, right? My. Melt up. Ooh, I like that. I am having a bit of a melt up. I had a moment earlier tonight where I was just dancing for no reason, and I was like, there's nothing better than to dance on your enemies. You win. If you're just out here in life dancing, I think you win. You can't be angry dancing. You can't be an angry dancing, resentful, envious, jealous, greedy, whatever all the sins, deadly sins. You can't, you know? What's up, Infinity? You know what is new is my sign is working again. It wasn't working for a while. I just didn't feel like bigHena. Now it's back up. I feel like me again. Right? Doesn't it look nice? Thank you. Oh, it has been. I mean, it's only been a week, and I feel like so much happened in just that week. Did you guys hear the biggest news that was just announced mere moments ago? I think mere moments ago. Yeah, this was. Oh, I guess it wasn't mere moments ago. I'm just seeing it. I guess it was announced a few hours ago, but you guys, JD Vance, he still got him. He still got live swimmers. And Usha Vance, for some reason, still wants to fuck him. A mystery of the world that this woman is pregnant for a 4th time. How the fuck is she pregnant again by that man? It's gotta be not his baby. It's gotta be that she got pregnant by someone else. Yeah, why are they creating more people? I don't... Because, as JD Vance says, one of his favorite quotes, let's see if I can find it. He must go home every night and say this to his wife.
Please help me welcome your Vice President of the United States.
Let me say very simply, I want more babies in the United States of America.
It's fucking creepy, JD Vance. That's fucking creepy. How did I know the exact moment to scrub to for that quote? Why did I know exactly where to go to in that speech to find JD Vance saying, I want more babies? Facts. Facts. They should not be here. They should not be cohabitating this world with us. You know what's funny is that he and Usha and Stephen Miller and I think Pete Hegseth, none of them can live in DC and in the surrounding areas. They all have to live on a military compound. They all had to move out of the homes they lived in, and they live... I'm trying to find where. On a military base. Here we go. Here's a story. Top Trump officials are moving on to military bases. Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio, Kristi Noem, and others. I think Vance, too. I think the Vances cannot live. I mean, I know they have whatever wing, but I don't think they reside. I think they live far away from the Capitol. It's so funny. They cannot live. They cannot exist in polite society. But anyway, I wanted to chat tonight a little bit, talk a little bit about Greenland, talk a little bit about ice in Minneapolis. And then I wanted to do something that I've been itching to do since last week, but I needed to give myself time and space before I could do it, which is this cannot be it, but my understanding of the competition is, can you name excuse me. Oh God, that was gross. Can you name 100 women in 10 minutes? I think that's the competition. It seems fucking inane, absurd that is a competition, that is a thing that people are unable to do. So I will take my crack at naming 100 women in 10 minutes and try to beat my brother's world championship time, I think, of 9 minutes and 59 seconds, I believe is where he was at, in trying to name 100 women. It's absurd. I don't understand that being a thing. That is my pupper. That's Simba. Simba, come. Come here. Come here. Oh, now you're out of the shot. Okay, come here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he couldn't name. I don't understand. I do not understand how this. Everyone's like, no, you don't understand. It's actually a really hard challenge, and it just does not compute to me that would be a hard thing to do. Naming 100 women in 10 minutes should not be difficult. Am I the crazy one? Am I overconfident here? Or is it just stupid to not be able to name 100 women out of 4 billion odd women? I guess it has to be women of influence, but still, like, millions of women of influence. 100? The odds are ever in your favor. It seems like it should be easy, but most people can't somehow. I don't know. They said that about, like, naming the states too, and I feel like I could name all 50 states pretty easy. I find it to be an absurd thing. But all right. People panic about naming women? You're panicking. It's just women. It's just women who are noteworthy for some reason or another. They're literally flooding my brain as I speak. Did Magi do well? Was she able to do it? Again, it seems inane. I'm gonna warm up by naming all 50 states. This is easy, right? She got shut up, chef. She did not get 30. Bro, 30? I'm gonna start here. I feel like if I can do this, then I can do that. You know what I mean? This shit's easy, right? And this is completionist. Oh, what's in between? Oh, Wyoming. Doi. Like, come on. This is another thing where people are like, oh, you'd be surprised at what you'd forget. You know? But this shit's easy. What's above Kansas? Yeah. What's in between there? Nebraska. Damn, I'm so good at this. Holy shit. I just skipped over that entire column. The northernmost has to be... Fuck, Iowa? No, Iowa's more like a square. Okay, what's above Iowa? Because Michigan's the one with all the lakes. Doi. So Michigan's with all the lakes. What's above? Am I tripping? Is this easy? Okay, hold on. There's the Dakotas. There's like Midwest Central here. Ohio's beneath Michigan, and Indiana's right there. But what are those two? We'll come back to it. Okay, we got Kentucky underneath those 3 states. And then in the middle, Missouri, got that one. And then below Missouri, well, we know Louisiana's down there at the bottom. Above them is gotta be Mississippi. Fuck. Okay, well, Alabama's next to Mississippi. And Georgia's right over there, and Florida. And then Tennessee is right above them. And then South Carolina, North Carolina. Whoops. Whoops. We got Virginia. Shout outs. West Virginia. We got Maryland, Delaware. Welcome to the DMV. DMV. It's hard to say DMV while you're spelling Delaware. Pennsylvania. Actually, the East Coast is low-key the hardest because you got all these little tiny states. Rhode Island's in there hiding. We got the big ones, obviously New York. Next to Rhode Island. Is Massachusetts that small? The fuck? So how do you spell Massachusetts? Connecticut, cut. You got Vermont. You got Maine's right above there. What's in between them? Vermont and yeah, no one remembers New Hampshire. Okay. Sure. Okay. Above Louisiana is... The fuck is above Louisiana? Is there... Am I stupid? And I'm like, what's all the way up there? Okay, wait. Hold on. There's 3 states left. I can figure this out. I can't even look at chat. I wish I could see what you guys are saying, but I'm gonna get spoilers. Okay, where's think of places that are cold? Oh, I've been there. Because I'm an idiot. It's in the news. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Okay, what's next door to Minnesota? It's also like there's like cities that straddle, and it's like Minnesota, and you got Minnesota, and right next door to Minnesota is can't believe that worked, Wisconsin. Okay, so I'm just missing the one here. I'm just missing this one fat one in the middle. And by the way, I've been to a lot of these states. I've done like 3 cross-country road trips. I've been to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But when you're just like traveling to these places, you're not like thinking where you are on a map. At least I'm not. But I don't think I've been down this far south. I've never gone south. I've been to Florida, but I've never like gone to the whole like deep south, like Georgia. Well, I've been to Atlanta, but I've never been to like Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, those 3 states. I've been to Tennessee. What's next door to Tennessee? We got Kansas already. We got Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Missouri. I've been to Kansas. So whatever's here in the middle, come on, come the fuck on. What is this? What could this be? I don't think there's any states left. I think I named them all. Did South Missouri secede? Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Literally, my husband's from Missouri. What's south of Missouri? They're always talking about like, oh, we would go down to the beach. We drive through, go to Gulf Shores, drive through, go down south. South of Missouri is what? Okay, maybe if I think about the worst faring education states from the bottom up, I'll get there. Is that fucked up of me to say? I have a timer going. I have 4 minutes left. Holy shit, that's so stressful. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. South of Missouri. You go south of Missouri. You're in. There's other bumfuck states. Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. I do not understand this. I do not understand how there could be a state here. Okay, let's go alphabetically. A's. I think I got my A's down. There's no B's. It's not a C state. C states stay on the coast, or Colorado, but mostly on the coast. D, there's very few D states. There's no E states, only one F state. G. Could it be a G state? Is there only one G? There's only one G state. You're not tricking me. There's only one H. There's a few I's, but I think I got them. Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Idaho. I think I got those. It's There's no J states. There's a couple Ks. Are there 3? Is there triple Ks in the South? Triple K states in the South? No. No. L. No, it's not. There's no L's. There's no L states. M. There's a lot of M states. Could be an M state. Fuck, there's 2.5 minutes left. Holy shit. What the fuck is there? N. South Missouri? I'm genuinely stressing. How could I forget a state? I don't think there's a state there. I wish so badly I could look at chat and you guys could tell me. This sucks. This fucking sucks. If I miss one stupid fucking state from the stupid fucking South. Louisiana, Missouri. Louisiana, Missouri. Let's think about capitals. Missouri. St. Louis. And then south of St. Louis, you got... This really fucking sucks. Oh, fuck, yes. Holy shit, I got there. Oh. Damn. Only because I remembered about Bill Clinton. And honestly, can we all agree that Arkansas is fucking forgettable? It's a little forgettable. It's a little forgettable. No A's. I thought I got all the A's. I know there are a lot of A's, but I thought I'd hit them all. Also, it's misleading because it's right next to Alabama. So I was like, well, it's a bias. I was getting really upset because I was like, if I don't get this, then there's no way I get 100 women. Ain't no way. All right, I'm feeling ready. I'm gonna knock this out. Okay. The other chats I missed. All right, let's see here. Yeah. If the states are so united, why are there borders? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Bumblebee. South Missouri was not insane. Our union is literally about to go to war with each other. I could have missed them. I could have missed the Missouri Civil War. That might have happened and I would have missed it. At this point, the zone is so flooded, I would have missed the Missouri Civil War. Absolutely would have. And that would not have been on me. That would have been on the chaos of this country that I missed the Civil War in Missouri. That was, I mean, that state was like, that was like, wasn't Missouri the initial 3/5 compromise state? Missouri has been fraught from the beginning. They've been dying for a breakup. They've been dying to split up from the beginning. So it only made sense that there would be a North and a South Missouri. North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota, North Missouri, South Missouri naturally follow. It's not, I don't think that one's on me. I don't think that one's on me. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm feeling ready for this one. And so what is the deal? It's 10 minutes, but I'm pretty sure there couldn't be a single civil war in one state. I mean, If there were, I think we would just all decide like, yeah, South Missouri can secede. Also, like Virginia and West Virginia split up. It happens all the time. I'm actually very valid for saying that. I'm actually the most valid you could be for saying that. All right, I'm gonna get a timer up here. So for real, you guys weren't fucking with me. It's a 10-minute timer, a whole last 10 minutes to name 10 women. Because that's insane. I just want to reiterate how insane that is. And as long as we're in agreement that that is insane, I'm good to try this challenge. All right, let's see this. What would happen if Virginia had one? Would it be Virginia, West Virginia, East Virginia? I mean, I think it's time for Virginia to have one, if I'm being honest. It's been time. It's been time. I'm not saying what part of the state is better or worse. I'm just saying we're just different. We're just different states with different interests. It's just time. I don't think it's that controversial. If anyone from Southern Virginia wants to come at me, they're more than welcome. Uh-oh, what happened here? That's the worst sound in the world. Did you just name that? Did you just do that off the dome? Yeah, Mississippi. We just need to be done with Mississippi for a while. We just need to be like, Mississippi, try again. Come back with a different idea of who you are and what you stand for, and try again. We'll give you another shot at it. All right. I did this on Zan's stream. He got very mad at me, but this is how I'm doing my timer. And he can suck a dick. Oh, is it the Animaniac song? There's a woman on, there's a creator. I don't know her name. I wish I knew her name so I could shout her out right now. She's so great. She's a singer and dancer, and she does the Animaniacs, fucking the Countries of the World song. Blows my mind. Dances to it, everything. Okay. All right, here I go. So 10 minutes, just naming women, and it's just any women. It's just any women of note. It's just any women. Okay, here I go. Clock set and begin. Okay, women. So off the bat, we go Angela Merkel and Michelle Obama. And Michelle, I feel like I'm doing the same shit my brother did, where he did not have a good system and was just naming people. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I don't think this is gonna work. I need to keep track of how many women I have. Okay, and I reset here. Reset. Find a rhyme or reason. Kristen Gillibrand. Abigail Spanberger. Lena Khan. Okay, you got this. Hillary Duh. The lesser known. Wait, Sasha and Malia. Yeah. Okay. No, we got this. The Bush twins. What were their names? The used to party with Harry, and his wife is Meghan Merkel. Meghan Merkel, right? Yeah, that's her name. Queen Elizabeth was a woman. Didn't say it had to be a living woman. Oh, as was Harriet Tubman. As what Rosa Parks was a woman. And Mae Whitman. Women all around. There's oh no. Amelia Earhart. She was never found. And there's just women abound. Oh, my favorite, but Jennifer Aniston, love her. She's a wonderful woman. Courtney Cox Arquette and Lisa Kudrow and what is the name of that person? Marta Kaufman. She made the show. I don't know if you guys know that. She made Friends. There's also one of my favorite actresses. Her name is Elaine Bennis on the show, but her real name is Julia Louis. Oh yeah, what about that? What about all those funny fucking women? What about Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and Maya Rudolph and Rachel Dratch and Cecily Strong and Ego Nwodim and God, I'm gonna hit this forever. Here we go. We got Adie Bryant, Melissa McCarthy. Don't analyze that one. We got Sherry O'Terry. Just so many women. And I'm feeling good and calm. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move out of there. We're gonna go to other spaces that exist where women also exist. Where are women? Where do women? Oh, you know what? Miley Cyrus is a woman, and Oprah's a woman, and Madonna's a woman, and there's girl bands. Britney Spears. I don't know the names of any Spice Girls. Christina Aguilera and Christina Milian and Christina Applegate and okay, you know what? Caroline Levitt is a woman. She's a woman, as is Kristi Noem, and so is Pam Bondi. These are all women. Usha Vance, woman. Melania Trump, woman. Melania, woman. Ivanka Trump, and Ivana Trump, and the other one, and the other daughter, Kai Trump is his granddaughter, and Tiffany Trump. God, I hate how many Trumps are on this list. Holy shit. The other one, the Marla Maples. Marla Maples and Stormy Daniels. Women. No, I'm not. I can't. We're not gonna do that. We were going so strong when we were hitting Lena Khan. How far we have fallen. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Okay. Going strong again. We're gonna regroup. We're gonna go Elizabeth Warren. Yeah, that's a woman. And, fuck. How much time is on the timer? 4 minutes. Holy shit. Mindy Kaling. And my pace has gone so slow. Oh God. Carrie Fisher. And Sarah Jessica Parker and Jessica Simpson and Sarah. I'm Sarah. Fuck, what is her name? She did Serial. Sarah from Serial. All right, Jessica Simpson had a sister. Her name was... Nope, just move forward. Natalie's a name. Natalie Kitroev. She does The Daily. She works on The Daily. Look her up. Natalie Kitroev. Okay, there's other women. Fuck my ducks. My brain. She's a woman, and Maggie Haberman. Great woman. You know who else is Jessica? Jennifer Lawrence and Jennifer Love Hewitt and Jennifer Lopez and there's that woman. She's phenomenal. She's great. She's so good. Why can't I remember her goddamn fucking name? Okay, there's other women. There's so many. Sarah Silverman. Sarah Silverman is a woman. Oh my God, this is so hard. Tracy Ellis. Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman's good. She's good. Natalie Cole. This is Nat King Cole's daughter, I believe. Natasha Bedingfield, maybe the woman who sang that song one time. How much time? Holy shit! Oh no, there's not enough women. Oh my god. Okay. Cyndi Lauper and Jamila, I just talked about her. Okay, Kristen. I hate this game so much. Who is she? She's in that show. She's Kristen Bell. Okay. Hannah. Oh my God, all these faces are in my head. She's so good. Oh, Ellen DeGeneres. Zendaya. Holy fuck, I'm not gonna do it. There's no way. I can't do this. Scarlett Johansson and God fucking damn it. Mary Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen and the other one, Scarlet Witch. And why is this so fucking hard? Why is this hard? Genuinely, why is this hard? I don't understand. I don't fucking understand this. I don't get how I couldn't. Don't tell Zen. That's fucked up, man. I don't understand why that was hard. Hillary Duff? God damn it. Hillary fucking Duff. Hey, who was the woman I was trying to remember? Jamila. She's Jamila. Is it not Jamila? Camilla? No, Jamila. Kamala Harris. Damn it, I didn't think of Kamala Harris. Jamila Jamil. I think her name's Jamila Jamila Jamil. Damn it. Fuck. I named so many Trumps. I went through their whole fucking tree. All these women are flooding into my head right now. I bet you that would be just as hard with men. I bet you that would be, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go men. I bet that's just as hard with men. Truly. I'm gonna give myself half the time, and I'm gonna go men. How many men can I name in 5 minutes? And if it's if it's 50, then it's, okay, here's the deal. If I name, I'm gonna try my hardest. Earnestly will try my hardest. If I name fewer than 50, then it's not internalized misogyny. It's just, I can't clutch. But if I name 50 men in 5 minutes, then it's internalized misogyny. I will cop to it. But I don't think, I had 50 women in 5 minutes, did I? All right, you know what? For science, I'll do the full 10. The pressure is too much. It's too much pressure. All right, let's try the full 10. It really stresses me out. All right, 100 men in 10 minutes. Here we go. All right, we got Chris Anderson right out the gate. Cooper Anderson Cooper. We got Chris. All the Chris's. Chris Pratt and you know what? Off the Chris's. We got Rob. Nope. All right, you know what? We're going back to politics because it's what I know. We got Donald Trump. We got JD Vance. We've got Zoran Mamdani. Colin Powell. George W. Bush. Oh no, this is gonna be really bad. I'm gonna name all the men. I'm gonna name so many men just on the presidents. I can just name presidents. You know what? I'm gonna restrict myself. That's not fair. There are no female presidents. So I'm off presidents. No more presidents. Can't be a president. It can be the son of a president though. Okay. What else we got? We got all right, let's think about some Democrats. We got spineless fucking Chuck Schumer with a C in there. We got spineless Cory Booker. We got Josh Hawley from Missouri. He's a piece of shit. We got Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller. I hate these names. I hate all these names. Gavin Newsom. I think that's right. There's Topher Grace. Why the fuck was that name in my head? Topher Grace, Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, we got David Schwimmer and Matthew Perry, R.I.P. Matt LeBlanc, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Zac Efron, Emmanuel Macron, Vladimir Putin. No, you know what? Off of any world leaders. We're back. Except for Keir Starmer. We got Keir Starmer, and then we come back. We have who else? There's a guy named Mr. Beast, and there's a guy named Ludwig Ogren and Zayn Nagmi, and Juan Debi Edma. There's I'm done. That's all I got there. Oh, you know what? Jerry Seinfeld and Jason Sudeikis, among Alexanders, and Alexander the Great, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Think like that. And okay, no, we got Tiger Woods, and yeah, Timothy Chalamet. Oh, also Colin Jost, right? And Michael Che, and Kenan Thompson, and you know, Marcelo Hernandez, and OJ Simpson. You know, there's also oh my god. Okay, there's how much time? 5:40. Oh god, I have so much more time on this one. Okay. Dennis O'Leary, Dane Cook, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think that's how you spell it. Jonathan Rhys Myers. There's Michael Barbaro. There's Michael Caine and Bates. You know, but there's Jason Bateman and his friend, and that's what the fuck? Why Will Arnett and Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and Conan O'Brien and Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert and John Oliver and Don Lemon. And also Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and Nick. No, not gonna do it. And there's Toby Maguire. Huh? Bet you didn't think I knew that one. And Donald Glover and Danny Glover. And you know what? There's some historical people too, like Martin Luther King Jr. Oh, and then there's also, you guys remember Martin Luther? That guy, the original Protestant. He was someone. And then there's William Shakespeare. And Voltaire and Rousseau and Thomas Jefferson, famously not a president, Benjamin Franklin and Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Oh, and Aaron Carter. Oh, shit. And Nick Carter and Brian Littrell and AJ McLean and Howie Duro and Kevin Richardson and Lance Bass and Justin Timberlake and Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick can get his ass kicked by Marshall Mathers and Walt Whitman. I missed an NSYNC. Nope. Move on. Okay. There's Zach Braff. And there's Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh, and Hugh Jackman and Adam Brody and Adam Pascal and Adam no more Adams. Sam Richardson and Frank Sinatra, and his son, whose name I cannot remember, Bernie Sanders, and we got Oh my god. I'm so fucking close. Ruben Gallego. And well, there's also Mr. Rogers and two more men, just men. Cody Schwab. And no, now two more. Fuck. Why does it get the harder? Okay, so I'm gonna write a name down. That name is Andrew Garfield and Andrew Tate. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like ending on Andrew Tate is just a really bad. It just encapsulates all of this, all of the misogyny. Please don't tell Zan about this. I don't like Andrew Tate. I hate Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's disgusting. Half the men on that list are disgusting men. Tucker Carlson's on that list. JD Vance, Donald Trump, Andrew Tate. I did not put Nick Fuentes on the list. I almost did, but I stopped myself. Fuck, ending on that really sucks. That really sucks. Freddie Mercury. Yes, no, you know what? Stormy Daniels over Nick Fuentes every fucking day of the week. What's up, Liggy? I mean, that wasn't the whole stream, but that was a big part of it. This fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. I couldn't name 100 women in 10 minutes, and I don't know why. Yeah, I really pulled Cody Schwab out. I was out of men. I was done. No more men in my head. And then suddenly, as though a messiah has arisen, Cody Schwab, the image of... The problem is I keep seeing these faces in my head. When I close my eyes, I could picture, and I still can't remember her name. When I was trying to do the women, I could picture her. She's such a phenomenal, talented woman. She's a singer, and she's on Broadway, and she's in... she's so talented. What? Idina Menzel. Idina Menzel kept coming into my head, and I could not remember her fucking name. And then I was pure out of men. There were no men left in my head. And then all of a sudden, I just pictured Cody Schwab's face. And then so many men. There were so many men. David Bowie. Have any streamers passed the challenge? I don't know, man. It sucks. I could do women I know. I could do that easy. But I was trying to do women that were women. How often do I picture Cody Schwab's face? I mean, it was ready. It was there at the ready. My mind knew how to conjure it. I don't know what to say. I could have done it so much faster if I could do presidents. I could have just listed presidents on and on and on and on. That's so fucked. That's not fair. That's not fair. It's not my internalized misogyny. It's that there are not nearly as many women who have been put in the women are not. We don't showcase women enough. We don't showcase women enough. Cleopatra. It's not, yes, it's societal misogyny. It is not my own misogyny. I said Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was on my list, Obi. It was on my list. I know, I put Andrew Tate on there. I know, I got Harriet Tubman and Rosa fucking Parks. I made sure of that. And then I fell apart. And then I hard fell apart. I also stopped myself from putting Ghislaine Maxwell on the list, which, you know what? Pat myself on the back for that. Yeah, Andrew Tate was my last one. That was not a proud moment. That was not great. I had Queen Elizabeth. Look, I got all these. I started out strong. Angela Merkel, Michelle Obama. I had Helen Keller, AOC, Kristen Gillibrand, Abigail Spanger. Look, I fucking put Lena Khan on my list. I guarantee you nobody else put Lena Khan on their fucking list. I got some royalty in there. Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Mae Whitman. I had some good fucking women on this list. And then I got to the Trump women. Oh, this was a dark period. That was a lot of Trump women. Susie Wiles. I forgot Susie Wiles. But then I brought it back with Elizabeth Warren. And then it just fell apart at the end here. I was like, Mary-Kate Ashley, Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth. See, it's so much easier when the pressure's not on. I pulled out Natalie Kitroev. I think that is her name. Kitroev. Yeah, Natalie Kitroev. Look at that. Look at that. A fucking host of the Daily? Come on. Come on. Lena Khan is easy mode if you're a policy nerd. I mean, no, Liggy. Fictional women aren't allowed. I was trying to remember Elizabeth Olsen's name and I couldn't remember. I think the rule would have to be, Obi, that like I don't think you just name random voice actors. I think they have to have some amount of renown where like most people would know who they are, or like it's verifiable that there's someone kind of note. Which was my brother's rationale for not putting me on there. And he can go fuck himself. Laura Bailey, I don't know her. For the record, I would love the record to show that while my brother did not put me on his list, I did put him on mine. I'm sure you can argue he's a more noteworthy person, but I think that just means I'm a better person for putting him on my list and he didn't put me on his. Okay, can we just forget that I put Andrew Tate? Can we just forget about that moment? Because I just literally picked a random name. I said Andrew, and the first one was Andrew Garfield. Awesome, better. Andrew Garfield is I love Andrew Garfield. What a great, non-toxic, non-problematic man. We love Andrew Garfield. And then I had like 8 seconds, and the only other Andrew name I could think of, I had to go with it. Thanks, Lyle. Tom Holland. Bing Crosby. Yeah, I could have gone with old singers, crooners. If I had like a list, it would have worked. If I had gone like systematically, I could have made it work better. I wasn't very systematic about it. God damn. That was hard. Why was that so hard? I put him right next to Trump and OJ. Wait. Yeah, OJ Simpson. No. I was on a big SNL run here. And then, I don't know why, after Marcelo Hernandez, the next name that came into my mind was OJ Simpson. And fucking Dane Cook. There were some random names that came out of the nooks and crannies of my mind here. I got every single late night host here. This sucks. I hate that I named 100 men. I hate this. Jim Carrey. I didn't say Bill Cosby was not on my list. No, Obi, so early on I was naming a bunch of like presidents. So I went like, so I got Trump and then I was like, George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I could just name presidents and that'll be almost half the list. And so I said, you know what? I'm not going to just name presidents because that feels like it's cheating because no woman has been a president in our country. So I took that off the table for myself. But I still got to 100. And I hate that. What was his restriction? What did he self-impose? No, I know. That's the point. Liggy, that's why I'm saying it's not my internalized misogyny. It's societal misogyny. It's society's fault. He said no adult performers. I hate that. There's a lot of first ladies who have been the president for a bit. It is the patriarchy, yada, yada. I just couldn't do it. I got in my head too. That sucks. But yeah, this all started because it looks like Usha Vance is pregnant again. I feel like it's not his. I'm gonna go out there and say it's not his baby. It's not JD's baby. In what world are they still having sex? There's no world in which they're still fucking. There's no world in which they're still fucking. Yeah, her name, the vice president's wife's name is Usha, and they announced today with the official seal of the vice president of the United States that she is pregnant with his baby. And I just don't buy it. I just don't buy that it's his baby. I'm sorry. This man's out here fucking? This guy? No. By the way, this guy is the face of white supremacy right now. This is the face of white supremacy. This is what he believes is supreme. He believes that's supreme. And you're telling me he's out here fucking? He's out here with his hateful views. Not just his hateful views, but his blatantly wrong views, where he believes this is the pinnacle of humanity. He looks in the mirror and he goes, this is what humanity should be. That's how he looks at the world. And that guy is out there saying those things and fucking? No. No, no one's fucking him. He's getting paid. He's not, he can't. I won't accept that. I won't accept it. And yet he married an Indian American woman. Yep. Yes, he did. Oh, look. I always have the news on in the background. Here's what they're saying right now.
Bruce joins us now from the White House. So, Mary, talk to us about this press conference. The president spoke for nearly 2 hours. Did he seem frustrated that his message doesn't seem to be getting across?
Yeah, he did, Lindsay. Look, he spoke for an hour and 45 minutes to be exact during this rambling press conference marking the one-year anniversary of his inauguration. Trump listing off what he feels are his accomplishments over the last year, but he is also keenly aware of the polls. New data from CNN now shows that a majority of Americans feel Trump's first year is a failure and that he hasn't gone far enough to lower prices. But Trump insists he's turned things around. Lindsay.
Mary Bruce for us. Thanks so much, Mary. Let's bring in ABC News contributor and former UK national security official Steve Hill for more. Steve, thanks so much for joining us. Ahead of Davos,
did you guys catch any of that press conference that he gave?
Greenland's prime minister said that a U.S. military invasion can't be ruled out. What are the European leaders expecting from President Trump as he speaks in Davos tomorrow?
Good evening, Lindsay. I think, as so often, they'll be hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. They'll be hoping that the president, as he did in his press conference earlier today, will be celebrating a year where he has made some real achievements. But they'll be fearing that he focuses instead on his very well-known views about Europe and specifically on Greenland and, the prospects of some sort of escalation on the Greenland issue.
He couldn't be more fucking transparent about what he wants. He wants to carve up the world in spheres of influence, right? Like, he's made that clear. I think he might have even said it overtly. He might have even said, he keeps talking about, it's the Monroe Doctrine. We're doing the Monroe Doctrine. We're doing it. We're doing the Monroe Doctrine, which basically just means that he wants to be able to control Latin America and remove leaders and artificially place leaders that will be favorable to the U.S. And that's kind of the U.S. sphere of influence. And then China has their sphere over in Asia with India, and Russia has Europe. And that's basically what he's saying. He wants to carve up the world and let each superpower keep its sphere of influence. And he's looking at Greenland as the frontier. If whoever captures Greenland then gets to demarcate where their sphere ends. And so if the US captures Greenland, then they have a much bigger sphere than Russia and China. And Greenland's melting, despite the fact that he won't admit the climate change that is happening, that is very readily available to everybody's eyes. He won't admit it. It's real. Climate change is real. And his administration knows that. And everybody that is suddenly looking towards Greenland is like, these rare earth minerals that were once unable to be excavated might become actually viable. Like, look at that. It's a fucking frozen tundra, but it's melting because of climate change. So he's like, maybe we can get our hands on these rare earth minerals that right now China has cornered. And that way we can have dominance in not just the kind of higher order creation of innovation and creation of IP, but also the manufacturing and the inputs, the supply. And we can cut off China's chokehold on economies by being the supplier of all of these rare earth minerals that power so many electronics. And I think lithium, I think there's a big lithium reserve in Greenland as well. But also, like, the biggest lithium reserve in the world is in South America, and like Argentina, Chile, in between these three countries that he wants to basically run. I mean, he said he's going to run these countries. He said he's going to run Venezuela. So he wants to corner all of these areas that have all of the inputs that would be required to create the future technologies that we all rely on. And their rationale for it is that might is right. We are bigger, we are better, therefore we have a right to it. And once they do that, now mind you, he's not doing this for the American people or for greater good. He's doing it for the fucking wealthy. He's doing it for the rich people. He's doing it for the people that pay him lots of money to look out for their interests. People like Elon Musk, who want to have his unfettered access to these fucking rare earth minerals. People like Bezos and all of these people who are betting on an AI future that they're racing to own want access to these minerals. And that is what he is. That is who he is acting on behest of. That is who he is serving. That's his master. Yeah. How far are you willing to go? You'll find out. All right. Let me watch this interview. My blood will curdle. I'm trying so hard to practice joy because I spend so much of my day just being angry at the fucking shit I see on the news. And I have to consciously practice joy. Why is this not working? Oh yeah, I did see this. I will play that in a minute. Why does my school Wi-Fi block Twitch? You're a tuber, Odin? Wait, what school do you go to? I mean, you're in college, right? If you're in high school, don't answer that. I don't want to dox your high school. No, I mean, this woman, okay. So just before I move on from the Greenland conversation, because I do want to talk about this too, because it was one of the most absurd things I've seen in a while. But before I move on from that, I just want to make sure that you guys saw the fucking letter that he sent. Because this I think is basis enough for impeachment, in my opinion. Where you go to college, Odin, if you don't mind my asking? Yeah, I feel you, Obi. Keep your peace. Oh, nice. That's a late class. That is a late class. But all right, here's what the letter says. So this wasn't actually a letter, it was a text message. I don't know why people are putting it on like official White House letterhead and shit, but like this was a text message that Trump sent to the Prime Minister of Norway in response to a text that he had sent him. And he says, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, mind you, Norway doesn't give out the Nobel Peace Prize. That is a different governing body. There is a lot of politics around who gets the Nobel Prize, but Norway as a country and the prime minister don't really have anything to do with who gets the Nobel Peace Prize. But anyway, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. And that is so absurd. Not because I'm going to claim that his primary obligation is to that of peace. I would love to be able to agree upon that. I would love if humanity agreed upon the primary obligation of our world leaders summarily should be peace. I don't think we'll ever be there. I think borders are fucking stupid. But anyway, I don't think we're going to get there. I think they will always, it's just like businesses will always say, it's all about the stakeholders. It comes down to the stakeholder growth, stakeholder revenue, blah, 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 blah. For leaders of countries, it will always come down to what's best for the people of this country. Fine. I accept that. But the idea that the thing that has turned him off of having to think about peace is that he didn't get a prize for it. He didn't get a little reward for prioritizing peace, which I would argue probably really high priority in terms of protecting the people of America. But the reason that he's no longer feels an obligation to think of peace is because he didn't get a fucking prize for it. That's so fucking stupid. That to me, that seems like grounds for impeachment. Like what are the parameters around impeachment? Is like no longer able to serve the duty, blah, 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 blah. Like this to me shows that he is no longer able. He is not able to serve in this role. It's absurd. It's fucking absurd. It's fucking absurd. So he's doing this with Greenland, and all the while we got ICE in Minneapolis just ratcheting shit up. And I kind of want to just like recap some of the things that have happened in just the last week after Renee Good. But yeah, this video, I did watch this. I watched this earlier today and it did make my blood curdle, but I'm gonna play it again. So this is a woman, I'm not sure if they get into the context, by the way. This woman's named Alia Rahman, and she was in Minneapolis she is autistic, and I'm not sure she has other kind of ailments that she suffers from that make it so that she has to use a cane while she walks. And she was on her way to a doctor's appointment during which ICE, ERO, CBP were releasing just like a bunch of, basically protesters were protesting against the shooting of another person, this time in the leg. And ICE and CBP and ERO had released tear gas canisters and all of these really disproportionate methods of disbanding the protests. And so there was chaos in the moment. And she just happens to be driving here and gets caught up in it. And the moment leading up to this moment was a bunch of ICE and CBP officers giving her conflicting fucking instructions around like, move, get out of the way, stop, don't move, which I thought initially was incompetence, but now I think is intentional in order to be able to escalate to this point, to be like, they were non-compliant. We gave them direct orders. They were non-compliant. Therefore, we had to escalate to this point. But here's what happens. She's saying, I'm disabled. I'm trying to go to the doctor.
A woman being dragged from her car while driving through a protest against President Trump's immigration crackdown. She was arrested 2 blocks from where an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Good a week before. You heard her screaming, I'm disabled, as agents carried her by her arms and her legs from her own car. Tonight, we know her name, Alia Rahman. And in just a minute, you'll hear from her for the first time.
You need to move. Stop moving. Exactly.
Alia says she was never part of the protest that day. She was simply just trying to go to her doctor's appointment. But in a statement, the Homeland Security Department called Rahman a, quote, agitator, adding she, quote, ignored multiple commands by an officer to move her vehicle away from the scene. She was arrested for obstruction.
Honestly, Liggy, like, these guys, I understand, because this is what they are most motivated to do in the world. They look in the mirror and they hate themselves, but they hate that others are better than them. And they have all this internalized rage and anger that they mostly take out on the people in their lives. And then when those people leave them, they have no one else to take it out on. And then they get a job with CBP or with ICE doing this shit. And so it is just pure rage and desire to dominate that is motivating them. It is animal, and it is not, it's stupidity. They're fucking tools. They're absolutely fucking idiotic tools of the state. The people I don't understand are people who work for DHS, people who work under Chrissy Noem, who then legitimize the actions of these lawless fuckers and say things like, well, one agitator ignored multiple commands. Like, those people who make it their job to rationalize these animals' behavior, they are animals. They are acting purely off of rage and desire to dominate. They are like dogs humping the cat. That is what ICE agents and CBP officers are. They have base urges that ICE and CBP have allowed them to carry out with immunity and impunity. They have badges and guns that allow them to fuck anything that walks, literally and figuratively. And that is what they are motivated by. But the people who then take their actions and legitimize them and validate them and make up for them, I do not understand those people. I will never fucking get those people.
The Minneapolis Police Chief, Brian O'Hara, he watched the video. He sees it differently.
Obviously, I don't know why law enforcement officers initially approached the vehicle. It pisses me off to see that. To see men doing that to a woman who's disabled. It pisses me off.
And here's the other thing. Like, I have my issues with local law enforcement and the militarization of police in America in general. And I think that it is an issue that has yet to be resolved. Like, there was a big boiling point moment in 2020 with George Floyd and all of the protests that ensued, and there wasn't real resolution from it. In certain cities, there was some reform. Certain cities reallocated funding from the police to mental services. Zohran Mamdani is apparently part of his plan of action, but largely it was not addressed. But, and here's the big fucking difference. While there are systemic issues in local law enforcement and police departments, there is still a function of policing that is about not physically violating someone's rights, not physically violating someone's body. Right? There are elements and aspects of policing, the general policing, that's not about ripping people off their streets and outside of the homes and blah, 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 blah. But with ICE enforcement and CBP, by the way, CBP's job is not at all to be in the interior of this country. That is not their job. They're supposed to be on borders. And this is fucking absurd what they have done with CBP. But what ICE and CBP are fundamentally hiring for is people with tiny dicks who want big guns to compensate for that and want to be ripping people off the streets. That is what they are. That is what drives them. That is what motivates them. They believe they are reclaiming their homeland. That is how they operate. That is the fucking problem.
If those cops works for me.
Yeah, Derek Chauvin went to jail, but like, was there systemic reform in the major metropolitan policing departments? I don't think there was.
They'd have a problem right now.
With me now, Alia Rahman and her attorney.
Yeah, this is the part I saw, Liggy.
Thank you both for being here. Alia, I want to start with you because this has been viral. People have seen this video over and over again. People have many opinions. This is what happened to you. It is your life. It is your journey. But the government, they're calling you an agitator. So can you just help me understand? Walk me through what happened in those moments before these agents dragged you from your car.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And happy birthday, Dr.
Jesus Christ. Look at how they're fucking grabbing her body.
I'm really happy.
Look at how they feel entitled to her body because they believe this is their homeland and she doesn't belong here.
That you asked this question, right? Because I have been so concerned that folks might be distracted from the real issue at hand by instead debating why I proceeded slowly through a militarized traffic jam full of pedestrians and a cacophony of conflicting instructions.
Cacophony of conflicting instructions. God damn.
I was on a main road that is a direct road from my house to the parking lot. Suddenly there's traffic in the road. There are vehicles blocking it ahead, vehicles that later I understood were ICE vehicles. People around me trying to understand what to do. And I think that you see the rest.
So you weren't, I mean, in the beginning of the video, you see the federal agents saying something to you before you were dragged out. They say that you were given what they call repeated warnings. I just heard you say this cacophony of conflicting commands. What were they saying to you? What did you understand to be happening?
Well, I think I didn't understand what was happening, right?
Yeah, of course you don't fucking understand. You have guns pointed at you, cameras pointed at you, people screaming different things at you. You're going to be terrified. And for them to expect that the person who is not trained and not warranted, they're also not trained. They've cut ICE training down to 47 days, which is symbolic based to the 47th president. Anyway, to expect the people who they are policing to have more emotional regulation than the people who are in theory trained to have that emotional regulation is not how our system should operate. And it is intentional because they want somebody to step out of line. They want to be able to say that they looked angry or they were acting erratically. Therefore, I had to shoot and kill them in the street. That's what they fucking want.
I am a disabled person who has autism, right? That is a big piece of this. But I think even someone who doesn't have the kind of auditory processing challenges I do would not know what to do with the sentence, move. I will break your effing window. And then back and forth between move, get out, trying to open my door, more threats of breaking a window, which I don't understand the functional purpose of. And it's not a warning, it's a threat of violence that really shouldn't be packaged with an instruction. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to tell you about what my ears hear in that situation. But in my ears, my autism also comes with an auditory sorting challenge where multiple human voices at like a loud party
Fuck you
or on
all.
a chaotic street
Fuck you
all
all.
sound like they're the person talking to me. So
Fuck
that's
you
one
all.
reason, you see me looking and trying to identify which lips are talking to me. But of course, that's not possible. Because
Yeah, the ones who have the guns, the ones who have the militarized equipment are the ones claiming fear for life.
ICE officers wear things that cover their mouths and faces except for their eyes, right?
So it is so informative for you to explain what it was personally like for you, for us to have watched the video and now to understand at least a part of what you were experiencing in that, because there is a conflicting report from their vantage point that tries to explain what you were thinking or feeling, and you've done it yourself. But
Here's my question. If they want to square this all away and not have these conflicting reports out and not have some people saying, well, this is what happened, and they say, well, I think this is what happened. If they want all of that to go away, why don't they wear their fucking body cams as they are meant to do? There was a judge in Chicago who mandated Greg bigHena, who is the head of the CBP operations. He's like the face of it. He's a real earnest looking motherfucker. He was going to her courtroom every evening he had to report on any use of force administered during the day because they had been so egregious in their use of force. And he had so lied in that administration of the use of force that the judge said, you have to come every day and tell me if you use force and why, and justify it to my face. And one of the things she told him, one of the things she mandated is that they start wearing body cameras. Just as every law enforcement agency is supposed to mandate wearing body cameras so that there is a single point from which you can understand the conflict. Why don't they wear the fucking body cameras? Why isn't that just the end of the discussion? If you're not wearing the body camera, then your account does not hold up. If you're not wearing the body camera, it's on you. It's on you. Yeah, if there's room for speculation that gives perpetrators shit, that's why the whole Renee Good thing, people were like, oh, his body camera footage shows that he was hit by her car. That wasn't his body camera. That was a phone that he was holding out like this, that he then used to brace himself on her car so that he could have a clear shot at her. That's what that was. That was not his body being hit by the car. It was him putting his phone on her car to brace himself to take shots. That's what that fucking was. A body camera would be a lot more neutral. It would be a much more neutral account because you don't have a cameraman that's framing shit up. You have a single vantage point from which to account for what is happening. That is why a body camera is important. That is why a body camera is more important. The reason they all have their phones out is because they're trying to please Daddy Trump, who's like, I want footage of violence and carnage in the streets. It's not even Daddy Trump. It's fucking Stephen Miller, the fucking psychotic little hemorrhoid. He wants footage of the carnage to put out as example of DHS restoring America's glory, restoring the homeland. That is why they all have their fucking phones out all the time. And the thing about it is, like, you want to compare it to local law enforcement, but local law enforcement doesn't have the type of investment, the kind of money that is going into ICE, CBP, and ERO. It is absurd amounts of money. And they are recruiting. They are meant to be doubling, tripling their workforce. And what happens when you do that, when you cast such wide a net and you need to hire so many people to put out on streets and jobs that are not desirable, is that you end up making job offers to people who didn't even fill out the fucking background check. So this is a writer at Slate. Her name is Laura Jadid. She's a vet. She served in Afghanistan, and then she came back and basically became a super leftist journalist who reports at Slate and other kind of more left-wing outlets. And she saw that ICE had a kind of like hiring depot nearby her in, I think, Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. And she was like, you know what? Let me just like go see for journalistic purposes what this is like. And why don't I just apply and see what happens? She had a 6-minute interview. Then she sat in the depot and watched this like barely populated, huge. It was like she said it was an esports stadium in Arlington outside of Texas, huge stadium with capacity for 2,500, no more than 150 people were there. And she said like they want bodies. They want people so badly that she went and applied, had a 6-minute interview, and then she got sent a letter being like, hey, we're making you a tentative offer, and this offer is contingent on successful background check, et cetera, et cetera. And she was like, all right, well, I mean, that's the end of that, because as soon as I submit my background check, they're going to even just like looking into my name, they will see that I am this like super leftist journalist. I think she said she was on like some Antifa watch groups. Yeah, she has a dossier on Antifa watch. She was like, as soon as I submit a background check, they're just going to immediately know who I am. So that's not even gonna, fuck it. I'm not gonna follow through. So after, I'm already a Slate Plus member. Come on. God damn it. All right. So after so she got a tentative offer, had 48 hours to log on and fill out her declaration for federal employment, and then 5 additional days to return the forms. A driver's license information, affidavit that she's never received a domestic violence conviction. I wonder why that's important. I wonder why ICE and CBP have potential officers sign an affidavit saying that they've never received a domestic violence conviction. Is it because in 2024, CBP officers were 7 times as likely as the general public to have committed DV? Is that why? Is it because DV is a clear predecessor to elevated to escalation of violence outside of the home as well? It is one of the clearest predictors of tendency towards violence in general, broadly. Tendency not just towards violence, but towards escalation. Why do they seem to always go after these people when they're driving? Dude, they do. No, they literally troll the streets looking for brown and black people to just fucking harass. So anyway, yeah, I'll show you a video in a second, but basically she got this saying like, you got to fill out a background check. And she was like, yeah, fucking, I'm not going to fill out the background check. And then somehow, despite never submitting any of the paperwork, not the background check or the identification info, not the domestic violence affidavit, none of it, ICE offered me a job. According to the application portal, my pre-employment activities remain pending, and yet it also showed that I'd accepted a final job offer and that my onboarding status was EOD, entered on duty. She was set to show up for training on October 6th. That's fucking wild. They are so desperate for people that they're not even having them fill out a basic background check. And you know why they're not having them fill out a background check? Is because they don't want the background check. They don't want to know who they're hiring. They are sending out these dog whistles to people who Yeah, they're sending out dog whistles to people who they want to hire people. I can't even find. We will have our. What is the song? Yeah, we'll have our home again. They want to hire people with ties to white nationalist extremist groups. That's who they want to be hiring. They do this so fucking often that I can't even find it. We'll have our home again. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So they tweeted this. This was last week. We'll have our home again, which, wouldn't you know, is a fucking white nationalist song. We'll have our home again is attributed to a group called Pine Tree Riots. Was released by the Pine Tree Riots. And it's used by Proud Boys. It's the song of multiple white nationalist groups. The Pine Tree Riots name references a 1772 uprising where American colonists rebelled against the directives that restricted a certain type of white pine timber to the British crown. It's a song that a bunch of guys in the very powerful moment. Another version. Yeah. So it is a song that has roots in extremist groups, and including the Proud Boys have played it or sung it at rallies or events, and other white nationalist groups. And they are blatantly, this isn't even a dog whistle. They are asking people who align with this ideology, who use this song, so white nationalist groups, to join ICE.gov. And if they do conduct a background check on them, it might reveal that they have some sort of membership or belonging in these white nationalist extremist groups that there are watch lists for these types of groups. And if they were to submit an application and do a background check, that could come out. So it makes sense that they don't want them to submit background checks. It's fucking absurd. It's so fucking absurd. And that's why these guys are out here just trolling the streets. And stopping random black and brown people asking for them to prove their citizenship. They'll just stop random fucking people on the street.
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
I don't need an ID to walk around in my city. This is my
Okay,
city.
do you have some ID then, please?
I don't need an
If
ID.
not, we're going to put you in the vehicle and we're going to ID you.
You can ID me.
Huh?
I'm not going to take out, you take out your ID.
You don't have an ID?
I'm not going to take out an ID.
Hey man,
I am U.S. citizen. I am U.S. citizen.
All right, can we see an ID, please?
I am U.S. citizen. I don't need to carry around an ID in my home.
Well,
this is my home.
Where were you born?
This is my home.
Where were you born?
Minneapolis is my home.
Ma'am, we're doing an immigration check. We're doing a citizen check.
This is
and we're asking you where you were born.
This is where I belong. This is my home.
Ma'am, you can belong here, but where were you born?
And I am not going to give you an ID.
Then we're going to put you in the vehicle.
I belong here. I should be walking around here and free. I shouldn't be afraid in my life at this point.
Ma'am, do you have an ID to give us? Yes, you're correct.
You're making me scared. You're making me a
Do you have an ID?
This is my home.
Ma'am, where were you born?
I am U.S. citizen. I am U.S. citizen. And I don't think so you have a right to picture me while I am in my home and walking around in my home. This is not acceptable. You guys, you're terrorizing people, and it's not
where
acceptable.
Were you born?
It doesn't matter where I was born. I belong here. I am U.S. citizen. What else can I say? I am citizen. This is my home.
You realize that if you lie to be a
Minneapolis,
U.S. citizen,
Minneapolis is my home.
then you can get
Minneapolis is
federal
my
charges.
home. I belong here. I'm sorry. I belong here. I'm not gonna take out an ID.
And then they fucking leave because they know they have no fucking right. They have no fucking right to be harassing this woman. They have no fucking right to be harassing this woman legally. You cannot stop a U.S. citizen. Immigration control, So CBP and ICE are subject to INS, which is a separate set of laws that is for immigrants who are not citizens, for non-citizens. Immigrants who are citizens are subject to just the same laws that we are that everybody is subject to. Anyone who's born here, anyone who immigrated and became a citizen has the same set of laws. Because if we didn't have the same set of laws and you had different laws for immigrants versus people who are born here, that would create a literal fucking apartheid state. And that's why you don't have a separate set of laws for immigrants who are citizens. And so immigrants who are citizens, even if they are black or brown or have an accent, do not have to show ICE or CBP officers any fucking documents. That is not required. ICE and CBP have to have reasonable suspicion when they stop someone that either they are not documented and they are a flight risk, or that they are impeding federal officers. If they do not have reasonable suspicion to believe either of those things is true, then they cannot stop a citizen and demand identification. We do not live, we do now, but in theory, the constitutional republic that we live in was meant to prevent this kind of fucking police state where people can be stopped based on how they look. So this woman who is a citizen, who they are stopping saying, are you a citizen? And she says yes, that is all they are allowed to ask. If she says yes, they need to move the fuck on. And if they don't move the fuck on and they try to detain her, that is fucking illegal. It is illegal. Threatening to put her in their car, illegal. And they are not doing this, is not once, this is not twice. They've done this hundreds of times in just weeks. It is the slow erosion of not just our norms now, but our laws. They are slowly chipping away. And you know what? It's not slow. It's fucking fast. They are chipping away pretty quickly, like little rats at the wall, at our laws. And I'm fucking scared. I'm fucking scared. They're absolutely allowed to ask your citizenship status, and you are absolutely allowed to tell them to go fuck themselves. You can say, I am a U.S. citizen. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. By the way, turns out not at all illegal to tell ICE and CBP to fuck off. As much as they want people to think that that is illegal, it is perfectly within your legal right to tell them to fuck all the way off. And it will feel so good when you tell them to fuck all the way off. Threatening to put her in the car isn't illegal. They're allowed to lie and coerce all they want. Yeah, I guess, I mean, that's true. The threatening to put her in the car is not illegal. The putting her in the car is illegal. And they have done that with several citizens. The kids in Target, the two 17-year-old kids who are working at Target, U.S. citizens, who they not only put in their cars, they beat the shit out of. That is beyond comprehensibly illegal. So fucking illegal. Makes me fucking angry, man. So, I mean, I when I look at this, yes, they can and will lie to coerce you into cooperation. And you do not have to, like, that's why it's so important that people know their rights. And every right-wing MAGA fuck out here being like, just comply. Why don't you just comply? Who are you trying to protect? The pedophiles? These are the people, not only are they not going after the quote worst of the worst, they're also fucking up when they're trying to go after criminals. They're fucking up when they're trying to go after people who are actually have been charged with crimes. This story came out today about a guy named a Hmong immigrant from Laos. His name, I think, what is his name? Chung Lee. He was, they broke down his door. Inside, he was sitting there with shorts and nothing else on. And it was him, his daughter, and his 5-year-old grandson. All these fucking men with their fucking big guns came, busted down the door, came in, pointed their guns at this family, and took this man out of the home and said that he was wanted for sex crimes. Except that wasn't him at all. He wasn't at all the person that they were looking for. And then later DHS released a statement I didn't see that he was interviewed. DHS released a statement saying, oh, well, he was living in a home where this sex offender was living. That's fucking false. That's just blatantly false. They have multiple times broken into the wrong home. Just in Minneapolis, just in the last week, they have beaten down the door of the wrong home multiple fucking times. And they are trying to claim that they were harboring a fucking sex criminal in their home where it was him, his daughter, his son-in-law, and his 5-year-old grandson that lived. No warrant was shown. Yeah, Breonna Taylor was murdered in her own home. It's gotten beyond the pale, and I don't know. I truly don't know what the answer is outside of mutual aid, continuing to volunteer, continuing to assist people who are trying to just go about living their lives in this country, who are at risk, who are vulnerable from this kind of violence. That's what I know to do. But like, at what point is that going to be? It already is insufficient. It already is not enough. And midterm elections, like, what is that going to do? Let's say midterm elections happen. Let's say Trump doesn't cancel midterm elections as he's been joking about doing. Let's say that the multiple attempts to try to tamper with these elections by redistricting, by gerrymandering, by trying to unilaterally institute voter ID laws across the country, all of this shit that they're trying to do to tamper with the elections. Let's say none of that is successful and there is a resounding victory for Democrats. And let's even give the best case scenario. It's not just like establishment Dems, but it's actual progressive leftists. There is a resounding victory of progressive leftists creating a faction of leftists within the Democratic wing of our legislative branch that has a voting block of power. Let's say that happens. Then what? Then what happens? Tell me the mechanism by which these people can stop this tiny dick president from doing what he's going to want to do. What are other governments saying about ICE? Yeah, Veg. I mean, every single government, every single world leader is basically afraid of Trump and they're not standing up. Emmanuel Macron, like all of them are like bowing to his, because he's an insane person. And they realize that they can't really use reason and logic to negotiate with him. And therefore they have to appeal to his ego. They have to appeal to his ego. Do I know of any organizing in the DC area? Yeah, I mean, I do. And I can hook you up with some groups that I'm a part of. But I think the problem that I feel is that these are all reactive, right? Like accompanying people to immigration hearings or volunteering to, like, there's a lot of ICE response groups in different neighborhoods where ICE is ramping up activities. By the way, Virginia and both in Richmond, Virginia and Northern Virginia, ICE is about to increase its activities because Abigail Spanberger just came into office. She's the first female governor in Virginia, and she's a Democrat, and she has said that local law enforcement will no longer work with ICE. They will not get the support of local law enforcement. So ICE's response has been to just put boots on the ground in Richmond. They're going to do it in Nova. So there's definitely going to be a need for that kind of reactive response, and that's good, and we need that. But then, what is the proactive way in which we stop this, in which we make sure that this has not become enshrined as, basically we stop Germany before it happens, is my question. What do we do? No, same, Liggy, same. My mom has said to me, like, she doesn't even know half the stuff that I've signed up for because she's so scared. And she's like, just remember you have kids, da, da, da. And I'm like, I know I have kids, but I can't in good conscience not do anything. And then have my kids grow up in a world that is dystopian and that views them as the product of something evil or something undesirable versus like just the truth of the matter, which is that there is an inevitable, our humanity will inevitably converge. right? There will become different definitions by which we become other to each other that will move beyond race, because at some point, whether Elon Musk likes it or not, the races as we know them will not exist. There will be a point at which convergence will happen. And at that point, there will be other ways that we define other. But that convergence that is happening is now being villainized and made out to be like, I'm not trying to be a victim or anything, but I was out in the street with my family like a few months after Trump took office last year, and we like some random person, and like I live in Nova. I don't live in like a super rural like red area. Some random person just yelled at us, calling us like a bunch of slurs, and it's fucking it like I wasn't sure that I heard it right, and it blew my mind. And then I realized that like, if this is the way, if this is where the Overton window has shifted and this is normal conversation, and I mean, that guy wasn't normal conversation, but if this is the idea of normal conversation and this is where we're at, then my kids will be growing up in a world where fundamentally they are a product of something that people think is bad and wrong. And that's not okay by me. People saying we got to wait out this orange motherfucker. Yeah, that's not sufficient. I'm not saying it's Trump. I think Trump is a reflection of the really deep societal ills that already existed, that he basically just unleashed. It's why they want to end birthright. Not only do they want to end birthright, they have this little thing kind of went under the radar. Yes. Okay, this it's really upsetting to me. In January, he issued a policy whereby they are going to try to denaturalize 100 to 200 citizens per month. And denaturalization, by the way, so what denaturalization is taking American citizens who were naturalized, meaning they immigrated to this country and they became citizens. That is all a naturalized citizen is. Immigrated and became a citizen. So that is my parents. That's a lot of people's parents. That's a lot of people's grandparents. Most people in this country know or are related to somebody who was a naturalized citizen, right? Like there are a lot of naturalized citizens in this country. And some of them have been citizens for decades, for so fucking long, but they weren't born here. That's all it means. And Trump, to denaturalize a naturalized citizen. So one step back again, a naturalized citizen and a American born citizen are the same. There's no distinction by law, because if we had different laws for naturalized citizens versus natural born citizens, we would live in an apartheid state. We would live in a state where there would be tiers and classes of citizenship, and that would create the same kind of issues that happened in South Africa, the kind of caste issues that happened in India. That is why people don't generally have classes or tiers of naturalization. That is the one exception. You have to be natural born to be president, but generally all the other laws that are applicable to natural born citizens are also applicable to naturalized citizens, which means that if you commit a crime as a naturalized citizen, there's no option of deporting you. That's not on the table. If you commit a crime as a naturalized citizen, you face the same punishments, the same consequences as an American born citizen, be it petty theft or fraud against the US government. But what Trump is saying is that the Somali Americans who committed fraud against the US government should face a different justice process than the natural born citizens, meaning that for these Americans, deportation is on the table. They can be denaturalized and deported. And historically and constitutionally, the only way that you can denaturalize an American citizen is if they falsified their application, meaning they lied at the time that they applied for their application, or there was some other way in which their application was invalid. The only other way was after Nuremberg, where they said if this person committed human rights violations, those are the only exceptions to denaturalizing an American citizen. But Trump has now set a quota of 100 to 200 US citizens per month that they want to denaturalize starting this year. 100 to 200 US citizens per fucking month, which, by the way, is more than has happened in a decade, because it's just not that common. It's just not that common. That's what I'm saying. Sicko, what's up, Sicko? They fucking hate brown people quotas. They hate quotas about brown people unless it's about getting brown people out of the country. Then they love brown people quotas. They love brown people quotas if it's about getting them out of here. They want to denaturalize. It's arbitrary. It's not based on anything. There's no study or data or anything that shows that like there are mass numbers of naturalized citizens who are committing these kinds of crimes against the government. And even if that data did exist, we would have to change our laws to allow that to happen. We would have to change the Constitution, which is a different thing than changing our laws. You would have to ratify an amendment to the Constitution to make it so that you could easily denaturalize an American citizen, so that naturalized citizens have different consequences than American-born citizens. And that's fucking terrifying. And it's just going under the radar because their ability to flood the zone is unmatched. And I don't know about you guys, but my zone is fucking flooded. I am all the way flooded. We're living in some dark and desperate times. Setting quotas. Fucking setting quotas. Greenland is a big zone flooder. Big time. Big fucking time. I mean, Epstein, like, I don't understand what has happened with Epstein. By the way, I don't remember who it was, but y'all were making fun of me back like 6 months ago when I was talking about Epstein. I was like, no. This Epstein thing is real. This Epstein thing is real because look at how the president is so fucking skittish around it. It's real. And you guys were like, don't be a conspiracy theorist. Don't. And I was like, get the fuck. It's real. It's real, man. And we just forget about it. And we just don't. There's next to nothing that we can do to keep it in the news cycle. Like, what do you do? Because all of these other things that they're doing, it's not like they're pretending to do it. They are doing it, and they are insane, and they warrant the same kind of very serious discussion that Epstein warrants. But there's just not enough space in people's lives to do all of this. There's just not enough space. Like, we all are grinding our lives out because we work for an oligarchy that takes all the value we produce and extracts it in the form of their assets. So we're just toiling away so that they can have their assets grow. And we don't have time to pay attention to all the things because things are happening. And we're like, what is happening? Oh, I got to toil. Wait, I gotta tinker. What's happening here? Oh no, the assets need growing. The assets and the valuations need to grow. I need to grow the valuations. So we can't pay attention to all the things. And instead we continue toiling. But what happens is the people that we're toiling for continue to make the rules and make it harder for us to ever get out of the toil and get out of the labor and get out of the grind. And they're just up here making things happen, putting things up here, dangling things, making it harder for us to live our lives, making it so that we're like, okay, do I want to see my children, or do I want to guarantee I still have a job tomorrow? I guess I got to make sure I have a job tomorrow. So I won't see my kids today. And they're making us make these trade-offs. And so then we can't pay attention to what's happening. Not nearly enough. Not nearly at the level that we should be. Because to pay attention to all of this, that's a full-time job. That's a full-time job. And I think if every American were paying attention to all of this and were able to like really look into all of this, I think there would be a massive uprising. But that's the point of keeping us so that we can't. That's so we can't. Yeah, Sika, I talked about the letter. It was fucking it's all part of it. Did you know the last time Denmark sold lands to the US was in 1917, and of all places it include Little St. James? I did not know that. It's all wild shit, man. I don't know how to keep up with it anymore. I read today that in the in the past year of Trump's administration, jobs were at historic decade low job growth, at historic lows. Meanwhile, consumer spending super high. So great. Consumer spending is so good. It's doing so great, so great. And you try to like pair those facts together and you're like, how can jobs be decreasing? Wages are stagnating. Consumer spending is up. Oh, because the rich people are doing the consumer spending. The asset holders are the ones spending, while the wage earners are tightening the belt, toiling, tightening the belt, looking up, being like, is it going to get better? I guess I got to tighten again. Meanwhile, the asset earners are making luxury fashion increase 8% year over year. And that's not uniquely Trump. That is the system we live in, where an oligarchy, a wealthy oligarchy, is able to rule over us through the capitalistic machine that we have allowed to take over. And I think we were so scared off of socialism and socialist practices because of Red Scare tactics that Red Scare was at its height when boomers were coming of age. Boomers were solidifying their sense of selves. That's when Red Scare was really being sold hard. While in the background, they were instituting some of the most socialist shit. Medicare, Social Security, progressive taxation. But in the foreground, they were like, no. Communism is now, we're going to create a watch list for communists. That is, by the way, it's still one of the things that you have to attest to when you become a citizen is that you're not a communist. So these boomers were like terrified of socialism and communism, even though a lot of socialism was happening in the background, making it possible for them to be prosperous, making it possible for there to be the most sustained middle class in history. But in the foreground, they were like, communism, no. And so now these boomers are all old and their ideologies are cemented, and they think that the people who are touting socialist ideas are insane. They think they are anathema and anti-American, even though socialist practices are historically what saved us. The income tax that was instituted in the early 1900s by our guy, Wilson, and then FDR's entirely progressive socialist New Deal program. All of these things are what saved America's middle class and saved us from capitalistic decline and destruction. But in their heads, it was just bootstrapping. We just bootstrapped our ways here. It's this shit that makes you realize that the government can actually be helpful, but most of the time they don't know, what is this shit? Being a communist isn't illegal. You just have to become one after becoming a citizen. I know, but isn't that wild that they make you attest to the fact that you're not a communist when you become a citizen? Ooh, what is this? I love, you know what? When I said there's not a lot of joy in my day, this man's face genuinely brings me joy. I wanted so badly for Zan to do a collaboration with him. I was like, okay, here's the way in. Aklo's in New York. You and Aklo, Brown Boys. Get Zoran to play Melee with you. It would be so fun. You guys are like brown boy, millennials, Aklo's from New York. Like you could be, this could be cool. This could have been great. I really just wanted to meet him. The degree to which people are about to realize that it's not that government wasn't capable of helping you. Yup.
Well, New York, say it ain't snow. We've already seen 1 to 2 inches across the city, with more to come on Sunday. If you can, stay off the roads. If you need to travel, give yourself some extra time and move carefully. Sanitation and emergency crews are already out across all 5 boroughs, showing up in difficult conditions to keep us all safe. Code Blue is in effect, which means outreach teams will canvass the city to connect our most vulnerable neighbors to shelter. Thank you to all of our incredible public servants across many agencies for putting in long, cold hours. It's because of you that we can all stay safe. And to all New Yorkers, please plan ahead, avoid unnecessary travel, and check in on your neighbors. For more information, sign up for Notify NYC right here. Stay safe, stay warm.
Can we talk about what this man has done in just a short time he's been in office? He already did childcare. He already got childcare for 2+. Like, holy shit. That's revolutionary in New York City, where people have to choose between moving out of the city or having kids. And now it's like, oh, I can have a job, live in the city, and send my kid to daycare or preschool because the city's going to pay for it. That's fucking, and you know who that helps is businesses, because businesses can then keep people employed because they're not having to worry about childcare. It's win, win, win. He understands that we don't live in a zero-sum society, and that the idea that these billionaires' lives are better for their ability to hold on to that 2% of wealth that they have accumulated is false. They don't have, when you get to a certain point of wealth, which is measured relatively to the wealth of those around you, when you get to such an outsized level of wealth, your ability to meaningfully impact your day-to-day life, quality of life, diminishes. You really can't. Like, you can't. What they want to do is be able to get slaves with that money, but that's already, we decided we're done with that, thankfully. But short of buying humans, there's not much they can do with that level of wealth. And so what they do is they just do it for power. And that's where we, as a country, the way we were formed, we were like, well, no, we don't want just the wealthy to be powerful just by virtue of their wealth. But that's what happens. And so if you force them to give up, to wrest some of that wealth away, their quality of life does not go down and they will not revolt. But if you continue to oppress the people who are not able to improve their quality of life because they're being subjugated with such poverty despite their contributions to the value that's being produced in this country, yeah, they will revolt. They will revolt. Billionaires and millionaires, never going to revolt. That's not a revolting class because their quality of life does not go down even when you take 2% of their wealth away. Even if you go, if California's wealth tax goes forward and 5% of their wealth is taxed, their quality of life will not be diminished by that. They need to fucking understand that. My dad said he would have voted for Cuomo if he still lived in New York. He thinks Mamdani is anti-Semitic. Oh, that's rough, man. I think so much of like how people fall for this shit is media literacy and understanding just how to interpret media. Because if you watched anything Mamdani did, there was zero anti-Semitism. And like, I don't know, he's a millennial brown kid and I feel like I know him. I feel like he came up in the same kind of like, he was sold the same American dream that I was, where it's like, we're a melting pot and everyone is welcome and America is great because of its diversity and our multiculturalism, and multiculturalism is the path to greatness. And he came up in that same like good vibes, Disney Channel, multiculturalism, reading rainbow shit that I did. And so I feel like I get him. You'd be surprised how not invested people are in politics. No, I'm not surprised by that. I know that that's the fact. I know that that's the case. And I think that's a problem because every day I am blown away by my ignorance on different topics. And it is my greatest insecurity is when I discover like, wow, I just don't really understand the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the defenestration and what led to World War I. Like that doesn't make sense to me. And I'll be like, well, I understand that these events happen, but I don't understand it. And that like ignorance makes me be like, okay, well, I have to figure it out. And I can't imagine not wanting to know what's happening in the world around you. Liggy, what do you think makes that? Because I have a lot of friends who are, like liberal, but when it comes to the Palestine issue, just like suddenly their liberal values don't extend to that. Is it the like birthright conversation and everything around like this is your birthright, kind of making you feel your sense of identity is tied up in Israel, and therefore you feel like it'd be like if somebody attacked a relative, not like physically, but if somebody were like verbally assaulting your relative and being like your relative sucks and they're kind of abusive, and you'd be like, no, you don't really get it. Is that what it, like, I don't know. That's very true, Sika. That's very true. It's a cultish upbringing. Yeah. I feel lucky in that respect that I didn't have, like, I feel like I lack traditions in a lot of ways, but I also didn't have like a belief that I was brought up in that made it hard for me to see past that belief. I think we all do in some respects. We all have the beliefs of the value systems that our families pass on to us that we have to move past, but like nothing that I was like indoctrinated in beyond my family, beyond like there wasn't a community around it. There wasn't a belief system around it that indoctrinated. It never felt so important to me like other people around me did. Oh, I went to a Jewish private elementary school, high school, and was given so much propaganda. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not Jewish, but I have a lot of Jewish friends, and I dated a guy in college for 3 years who was very Jewish, conservative, Chabad and Shabbat and all of that. I participated in, and he was like, I felt almost like I get it. I think of all the communities, it's the nicest. It's the best community. I did Birthright years ago and definitely felt something special about being in Israel. That's what I hear from everyone. That's what I hear from everyone that does it. Yeah, I think the idea of belonging is so powerful. It's so strong and powerful that it can kind of replace any other core values that might exist. Or it becomes your core values. So I mean, it makes sense in that way. I think we all want to belong somewhere. You did Birthright at 14? I thought it was usually a little older than that. Did you guys see the Mamdani and Miss Rachel shit? People are really upset about this one.
Well, that is Mayor Zohan Mamdani with one of his most famous supporters, Miss Rachel. The educator and YouTube star joined the mayor.
People were really pissed off that Miss Rachel did that. I want to know, is Miss Rachel known outside of parents? What's up, Hearth? Nice to see you. We're just here talking about politics and stuff of that nature. Yeah, nobody else knows him. Okay, so I wasn't sure. Miss Rachel is the biggest fucking. She's huge. Miss Rachel is huge. She is like she is the creator for kids. Let's see. Yeah, she's got 18 million subscribers on YouTube. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you're a parent, you know Miss Rachel. You're not a parent? Yeah. I think it's only a parent thing, to be honest, but she's a huge, she's like one of the biggest creators. I think she got a Netflix deal. And there a bunch of MAGA people were protesting her because she has been consistently and openly speaking out about Palestine, like a lot. And they were like, hey, don't politicize, you're a creator for kids, don't politicize this. And she released some statement that was like, I spend my entire life working for kids. Of course, I'm going to speak on the genocide of children. Of course, I'm going to speak on that. It is a natural extension of what I do. And then she just blew up even more. She is incredibly goated. Yeah, Bluey's great too. Okay. It is getting late. I'm going to do the New York Times games. And then Let's see. That'll be it for me for the night. I don't think I can do the crossword that quickly, but I'm gonna try. Let's try this shit. Okay, practiced pitches. Oh fuck! I'm not gonna get this, am I? I'm gonna. What arms might do on a final gym rep? Give out. Lee has a hot bowl of soup. Lee has a hot bowl of. The fuck? Is it like a racial thing? Because the person's name is Lee. Lee has a hot bowl of. I'll say one thing between a conflict like the one I'm in is kind of rough. Being between a conflict. I know people who are on the Canary mission and the reverse Canary mission. Sigga, where are you from, if you don't mind my asking? I'm sorry, this is 2 clues. Is Lee has a hot bowl of what? Porridge. Okay. Enemy of the Avengers is Thanos. One with the munchies, a stoner, pothead. Damn it. Oh, potheads. Oh, Montreal. Okay, very cool. What's up, Obi? You see this? I'm going really fast. In need of a massage. Sore. I'm fucking crushing this. Like those local to Universal Studios Japan. Like those local to Tokyo's? Like those local to Universal Studios Japan. I have no idea what the fuck that means. Hide one's roots. Die. Like the study of the Kabbalah. Wait, you guys can tell me this one. 9 down isn't right? Okay, I'll get there. Porridge is spelled wrong? You guys. There we go. What's the study of the Kabbalah? Wait, you saw your cousin argue with Hassan Abi on stream? How did that happen? Porridge is still spelled wrong? Fucking, all right. Whatever, it's not porridge. What is the study of the Kabbalah? It's Jewish, isn't it? It's tyrannical, Torah. All right. Drill insert is drill. You put into the drill a screw. Nope. Polarizing punctuation choice. Polarizing punctuation choice. Polarizing question mark. Nope. I don't know. Bracket busting wins in March Madness are upsets. Friend or foe. Complete disrepair. Don't know. Says blank to his neighbor, then heads on his way. Says, what's up? Says bye. Says, hey there, neighbor. Recycling container. Recycling container. Bin. Said, they might be foiled. Come back to it. Treatment for a sprained ankle is ice. Like the villain at the end of a Scooby-Doo episode. Masked, known. It's always known. All that. Slime. Okay, come back to it. Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind. Classic POW movie starring Steve McQueen with the, don't know. Heavyweight. Nope. Transaction on an online marketplace. Don't know. Government org and alias. CIA. Entertainer who says, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? I don't know. Inflation measures for short. This is not GDPs. What measures inflation? CPIs, consumer price indexes. The opportunity to dress up is a party, a gala, a wedding. A wedding's an opportunity to dress up. Wedding. Damn it. Eagle's nests. Don't know. With gossip and beer over Friday's game. I don't know what these. I hate the italicized ones. Satisfies, satiates. Luxurious cotton fabric. Nope. Come back to it. All right. Italian apology. Some pullover shirts. Collar? No. Fuck. Why is this hard? Some pullover shirts. All right. Any course whose name ends in 101 is beginner. It's a primer. It's like theory? Not theory. Is it theory? It's not theory. Bird with a plume that ounce for ounce was once worth more than gold. Oh my God. Constellation near the Big Dipper. Okay, so a lot of these are wrong, basically. Gentleman in Granada. Senors. But Thanos is right. Enemy of the Avengers? It's not Thanos? Who is it then? This is Senors, right? Oh, maybe not. All right, I'm putting Thanos back. I feel better about Thanos than anything else. Okay. Lee has a hot bolt. No, captured. Got. No. Like government bonds and Uber drivers. Liabilities? No. Blank minority. In the Mrs. en français. Madame. Mademoiselle. Bit of sweat. A bead. Okay, so give out was wrong. British title. I don't know. Ultimatum ender. Or else. Okay, so what arms might do on a final gym rep. Give out or like go or like I don't know, man. All right. This is not going well. Life across the blank is much the same. Life across the pond. I don't know. Wait. It's like office. Is it something about like the U.S. office? I don't know. I can't go on that. We'll come back to it. British title. I don't know. These. Don't know. Shredded as a contract. Ripped up. Tore up. Top of the line. A1. Nice. Prefix with vitamin or tool. Multi. Athlete aiming for a 4-minute finish, perhaps. Runner. No. 4-minute finish, perhaps. Athlete aiming for a 4-minute finish, perhaps. Swimmer. I don't know. But I bet it ends in One end of an electrolytic cell. Don't know. Let float as a currency. Untie? Like you it used to be tied to gold. We used to be tethered. It's like on something. Pertaining to hair. Welcome sight for a sailor. This is upsetting. Patronizes, eats at. Okay, so that was wrong. Unpin. Pertaining to hair. I don't know. Welcome sight for a sailor. A sailor would like to see the shore. Okay, let me try this part. Says ni hao to his neighbor, then heads on his way. Why does he say ni hao? Hello. Oh, it's Chinese and American. So this is oatmeal and this is something Chinese. Right? Am I a genius? Okay, they might be foiled. Plots are foiled. Right? My plot is foiled. All ears unpeg. Unpeg, Henna. Unpeg. All ears. I guess pillar is of hair. Okay. Great escape. It's all coming together. Okay, wait. We were here, so then it goes. Okay. Life stories. Bits, maybe bits. I'll come back to it. Warm and cozy is homey. Bona fide is an accomplishment. It's like an accolade. It's like something good. It's like a merit. No. Government sites for testing pollutants. EPA something. Ones with chiseled. Oh, it ends in S. I bet you. Ones with chiseled abs. Ones with chiseled abs are statues, right? Statues are like, I don't know. Abu Dhabi. Spar on a sailing boat? The fuck? I would never fight on a sailing boat. Comment that breaks the fourth wall is an aside. So is CPI wrong? Feudal lord is not a serf. What's the opposite of a serf? Isn't it a lord? That's stupid. German steel city. Nope. Okay. Well, this is not going great. Provide for free as a drink. Comp. Suffix with method or metaphor. Methodist. Methodical. Methodical. Metaphorical. Nice. Pine. Okay. Opportunity to dress up. Occasion. Nice. Okay. With gossip and beer over Friday's game. Oh, mahjong. Oh my God, I'm so good. Oh, not poker. Mahjong and it's not poker game? I don't know. Okay. Satisfied. Satisfies. Placates. No. Satisfies. Plus. Okay. Methodical. What was this one? Ache. Okay. Pleases. Okay. What is this? Aja. Steely Dan Al. Okay. Cool. Didn't know that. Ones with chiseled abs. I have no idea. Heavyweight is a bona fide is a it's genuine. Okay, it's bona fide. Heavyweight is a ton. Okay, sure. Torsos, duh. Entertainer who says, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Run DMC. Klepto. Okay, Pogs. I remember Pogs. Oh, RuPaul. That does sound like RuPaul. Now that I think about it, way more RuPaul than Run DMC. Okay. Transaction eBay sale. Don't know that. Don't know that. Okay, it is an aside, so it's not CPIs. It's aren't they lords? Feudal lord is a okay, we'll come back to it. Italian apology. I feel like there's a lot wrong here, so we're gonna skip this whole section. We're gonna come back there. Captured. Took. Duh. Okay. What? Arms tremble. They might not give out, but they'll tremble. Ethnic minority. I'm in the ethical minority here. Like government bonds and Uber drivers. Right. No, I don't know. Oh, this is hard. Okay. Office. No. Life across the blank is much the same. Oh, Pacific Ocean. Oh, that's the clue. Life across the Pacific Ocean is much the same. Okay. I feel like I should know this, but I still don't. No, okay. Drill insert is a bit. Okay. Polarizing punctuation choice. Oh, the Oxford comma. No? Thought it was okay. Something comma. Is there another? Is it serial comma? Ratable. Rateable. Okay, that's stupid. British title, is it just Sir? Osakan. It's in Osaka. Oh my god, I should have known that. Gentlemen in Granada are... Yeah, Thanos is wrong. Senores. Oh, the other one. Ultron. Yeah. Constellation near the Big Dipper. Don't know. Any course whose name ends in 101. Entry level. So scales is wrong. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Italian apology is a... Don't know. Some pullover shirts. Don't know. Bird with a plume. I don't know this one. Don't know my birds. Okay, we're not making much progress there. Let's go here. These. Estos. Okay. Like the study of the Kabbalah. It is... I don't know. I don't know this stuff. Slime. Goo. Okay. Complete disrepair is ruin. Out. A node. Outed. Okay. We're fucking crushing here. EPA Labs. Eagle's Nest. Don't know. Gossip and beer. So Mahjong and what is the American game? I thought it was poker. Luxurious cotton fabric. Satin or like sateen. It's sateen, right? The Three Kingdoms in Chinese history. Oh, I don't know that. Spar on a sailing boat. Don't know that. Feudal lord. I think sateen might be wrong. I feel like I know the German city, but I can't get it. Oh, I'm going to be fucked on these, the beginning and the end pieces. Oh, this is so annoying. Spar on a sailing boat. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, maybe this one. Inflation measures for short. I thought it was the consumer price index. If it's not the consumer price index, what else measures inflation? Or maybe, oh, you motherfuckers, it's not that kind of inflation. It's pressure inflation, right? Right? And then liege. Okay. We're getting there. All right, what's this? What's this one? Oh, we already know this is a side. It is sateen. Or no. Yeah, sateen. Is that a thing? Okay. What game do Americans play? Bingo? No. Bandgo? I don't know. Okay, what's this one? Split? Is it split? The fuck does that even mean? What game with gossip and beer over Friday's game? I thought it would be poker. It's not poker, so it's like bridge. Hannah, come on. All right, eagle's nests. I'm just gonna have to guess a letter here. The Three Kingdoms in Chinese history. Oh, era. Okay, hopefully that's right. All right, we're getting there. Practiced pitches. No, I don't know. Some pullover shirts. T-shirts or like hoodies or like fucking don't know. I fucking don't know. Bird with a plume that ounce for ounce was once worth more than gold. A peacock, I don't know birds. Canary? Constellation near the Big Dipper. Okay, the Little Dipper. And then I'm out of constellations. That I got no more constellations after that. Oh my God, I'm so fucked on this part. Okay, so if Americans eat oatmeal, what is the Chinese equivalent of oatmeal? I don't know. I don't know the Chinese equivalent of oatmeal. What were the other ones? Ni hao and mahjong. What? Okay. Think about Chinese food. I don't know. So close. An Italian apology. It's like a scusi. Okay. Chinese oatmeal is kanji. I knew that. I fucking knew that. Oh, I'm worldly as shit. Polos are pullovers. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, you thought you had it. Oh, you thought you got me. Ooh, motherfucker. Practice pitches. Spiels. Okay, we'll come back here. Okay, something's wrong. Is C entry? Intro, idiot, Hannah. So it is spiels. And an egret? Is it an egret? Okay, and it's not esoteric, it's esoteric. What else is wrong? Holy shit, I'm so close. Esoteric. Okay, it's got to be down here. EPA labs. That's got to be right. Bridge is right. Satine is right. Okay, so all the ones that are up for like debate. I don't know about this. I know this is all. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, motherfucker. Woo! I did that shit in 22 minutes. Come on. What's up, Prophecy? But when I say pisscock, everyone loses their minds. Were you out here saying pisscock, Liggy? 22 minutes is fast, Liggy. 22 minutes is fast. I'm gonna do connections real quick. Oh wait, Wordle. I'm impressed with myself. A Wednesday puzzle. Look. Oh, it's a Tuesday puzzle. God damn it, that was a Tuesday puzzle. Tuesday puzzle should be easier than that. Or was that a Wednesday puzzle? That was the Wednesday puzzle. That was the Wednesday puzzle. All right, my first word is ghost. Fuck. Okay, my second word is I want an E and an A so badly. Okay, maybe it ends in S. No, it can't end in S. Maybe it's no, I don't want to start with a vowel. Maybe it's like taser. Nope, can't be an A. Laser. It's laser. That's clearly the word. Laser. Yeah. Is it laser? Okay, so it's like sultry, sulfur, okay, Okay, what are some vowel combinations that end in L? It could be like OL or UL. So I don't think it ends in S. I don't think the second letter S. I think it's the first letter S. And then I think it's got to be like a, there's no H. Could be a W. Like a swill. It could be swill. That could be the word. I'm not going to do it. It's probably not swill. Is it swill? Am I crazy to go with swill right now? It'd be a shot, but like if I'm right, it could also be spill though. Spill would make so much more sense. Oh, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. This is a genius play. This is a genius fucking play. Now that I think about it, the L would be the second letter. I don't know. I mean, we're all in agreement that the L is the second letter. It's got to be the second letter. And U. And then what? Slunk? Slunk? He slunk in. He slunk in. The detective was sad. He didn't win the case. He slunk in. Sully. Is it Sully? Fuck it. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Liggy, did you get it a second before I got it? Is that what you said, spoil? I hate seeing this distribution. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, connections. It's been a minute since I played connections. All right, Craven, Tower, Brooklyn, Bumble, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Tower and Brooklyn, there's all these shows that have Tower something. There's like Tower something and Brooklyn something. Do you know what I mean? Okay. There's the Brooklyn Gate. There's the Golden Gate. No. Brooklyn Bridge, Golden Gate, Tower of London. No, these are not good. These are not good. Okay. We're gonna regroup here. Okay. Twist, weave, needle. No, I don't like this. This is hard. This is hard. Golden Gate Killer. That's annoying. Okay. Okay. So lace is a type of fabric. It's also something you do with shoes. This is very hard. Wow. Wes Carpenter, Wes Craven, Wes. Are there other Wes's? This is very hard. Why is this so hard? Did connections get harder? Weave. Lace. Needle twist. No. Okay. These are all different types of killers. I think. Fuck. What the fuck is Desiree and Craven? Okay, Wes Craven and Wes Carpenter, I'm pretty sure are people. But like that doesn't help because there's no other Wes's. What is this? I'm pretty sure there's a Golden Gate Killer, a Brooklyn something killer, and a Rialto something killer. There's also a Golden Gate Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Tower Bridge in London. Is there another bridge somewhere here that I don't know about? Needle Bridge, Wind Bridge, a Wind Bridge maybe? Rialto Bridge, Twist Bridge, Bumble Bridge, Killer Bridge, Desiree Bridge, Honey Bridge. All right, fuck it. God damn it. All right, what's the other bridge? Tower Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge. I guess Rialto Bridge? All right, Rialto Bridge. I don't know what the fuck Rialto Bridge is. Okay, then there's Carpenter. No, okay. West Carpenter, West Craven. That's sticking out to me. West Wanton, West Weave, West Bumble, West Desiree, West Honey, West Lace, West Needle, West Twist, West... No. Okay. Twist, wind, needle, weave. God damn it. God damn it. This is so fucking hard. Okay. Twist, wind, weave. These are all similar, right? Which one isn't? Lace. You put something in there. You needle it in. You lace it in. You twist it in. I don't have many mistakes left. Okay, Bumblebee, Honeybee. If you lace something with something, you put it in there. If you weave it in, you weave it. You lace it in, you weave it in, you twist it in, you needle in. All right, fuck it, let's try it. Ah, mother. There's no shot I'm getting this. There's no shot I'm getting this. Killer. Craven. Twist. Wanton. No. No. I don't even know. I don't know where we're at. I don't know what's happening. Fuck it. God damn it. What was it? Lace, twist, weave, wind. Kinds of bees. Kinds of bees. Wait, what was the last one? What was the... I hate it. I hate it. Starting with synonyms for hanker for. Craven. Oh my God. Crave, desire, need, want. I hate it. I hate that one. You know what? That one's not on me. Oh, I wasn't even showing it. My bad. Anyway, that was fun, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I'll be back streaming on Thursday night, and hopefully we can talk more about politics, and we'll find out more about Usha's baby then. All right, guys, have a good night.